Well, isn't this exciting? We're back! After many false starts and life events, we're finally back with the Heusinkveld GT Challenge. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? It's a pretty nice place, I'm not gonna lie. It's got the visuals. As always, we've got Craig King and myself manning the corners. Well, when we say corners, they're literally corners. They've not got any names, so Craig's already very concerned.
Good evening, everybody. I mean, I'm not too concerned. I'm totally fine. I'm totally fine. Probably the first time I've driven or been around here for a long time. Very, very popular track when it comes to the VRS, Sparba. I think Ferrari GT3 Challenge has come down here before, but Detroit is a really interesting track. Starts a double header of street races in the Heusinkveld GT Challenge. Detroit at the moment 36 Celsius, 97 Fahrenheit. But I think the important thing is it's a 19% humidity. That's going to be really good because there's not going to be a lot of not going to be a lot of humidity. The air is going to be quite dry. Should help in terms of grip as well. At 36 is always going to be an issue, of course, in terms of Celsius. But looking really good. And let's have the cat out the bag because we got Valentajus, who is like an alien. But then what happens when an alien, Rob, comes up against not one, but two real-life open-wheel drivers in Louis Delatraz and Eduardo Mortara?
Where's Louis? There he is. Louis Delatraz and Eduardo Mortara, the both of them are going to be extremely spicy. Like, when I say spicy, it's going to be, ooh, it's going to be tasty, isn't it?
Oh, it's always tasty. It's tasty. Eduardo Mortara, sorry, not Mortara, Delatraz right now is coming around turn 1 and 2. He's already lapsed. He's done a 125.827, which is P3, but Mortara gets a 125.369 for P2, and of course Valentajus just destroying everybody for 125.078, as you can see on your live timings. And a couple more drivers just coming around as well. By the way, only 5, I think I counted that right. I did indeed. Only 5 GT2 Fords. It's not the best track for those boys. I'm going to let them off this week. You know, it's poor guys. Can you let them off this week, Rob, as well? Come on.
I'll let them off. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You also need to speak up, by the way. You're very quiet.
Am I really quiet?
Yeah, you are really quiet.
Very interesting. Okay.
You're as quiet as a mouse.
That's very weird. Right, I will get closer to the microphone. I don't know what happened there. I've not changed anything, Rob. I'm sorry, Rob.
You've done it to me now. Look at it. I gave you one shot, one opportunity.
Okay, so am I quiet? Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, you are quiet.
Let me just... There we go. I'll just turn a little bit of gain on my microphone. Just leave it like that for the moment. Everybody is... I think everyone's finished qualifying. Are there? There's a few more. Mateo Herman taking a 126 flat for P4. Ryan O'Hora in P5. He's not around at the moment. I think everybody's now... apart from the GT2s.
There's Michael Geringer and Joel Jacqueline need to do their laps. Will Messick out there still needing to do his lap.
Yeah, I don't think he'll have time. He just came out. I think he had a issue with his sim. Sorry, with his sim. I've said it now. Charles Arloff doing the second. We all know Charles, not a fan of qualifying. Fabian Benentry not doing a lap either. Julian Garcia for the GT2s. I think is Joey Jacqueline going to finish?
No, he's not.
No,
he's not.
He's
so
done. He has got his 2 laps, so that's it. because Will Messick will not get a lap done. He's on his out lap right now, so I think the best thing to do is to just go over the results right now.
Let's go over the results. So, in pole position is our boy with the extreme meme team toys. It is Valahtages with a 125.079. Eduardo Motara, a 125.370. Delatraz, 125.828. Herman, 126.001. Jonathan Arazinahora with a 126.030. Godefroy with a 126.311. Saltao with a 126.495. Devoe with a 126.544. I was about to say Leclerc, but it's Legsevic with a 126.553. Provost with a 126.567. Hayes the second with a 126.612. Reithmuller with a 126.616. Bartle with a 126.769 in 13th position. Miller with a 127.197. Dawes with a 127.345. Dentilham with a 127.682. Wilkstrom with a 128.095. Geringer with a 128.680. Jacqueline with a 129.872. Ordonetta with a 134.06. And then we go into the GT2s. It is Murphy with a 131.192. Blankenship with a 131.671. Main with a 132. Back to the GT1s now. 132.356. Buchota with a 138.026. And Gluchner with a 139.020.
I was going to say Glockner, but yeah, no, it is Gluckner because of the umlauts there. 4 non-qualifiers, Fabian Menentry, as we mentioned, will start 22nd. Charles Lofton, the second, will start 23rd. Will Messick will start 24th. And then Julian Garcia, if Julian Garcia is there, do not think so, but will start 29th at the back of the field for the Fords. They do not do a full possession lap, Rob. This track is young enough to say that it's not a full possession lap, but they will start just around turn 12.
Oh no, Valentages! Look at his helmet. It's donkey.
We know this.
I forgot though. I forgot that he had like the plaid shirt and
has
donkey.
The Valentino Rossi helmet.
Any other helmets out there? Go on, give us some helmets.
Well, as they're coming around turn 13, coming onto Sunset Drive, this is indeed, for the first time in a week or so, Raidillon TV. The only corner you need. Valentages will lead off 2 professional drivers. We keep saying it because we love saying it. And he goes now. He takes him straight away. He doesn't come around turn 14. Now he does at the start-finish line into 1 and 2. We should see a little bit of a nice procession through 1 and 2 before they go up the hill into turn 3. My word, the list of VEC cards you can see up there is absolutely crazy. What can Delatraz do on Mortara? He can't do anything at the moment. But the back to the really interesting. Herman keeps going. Razanhora keeps going. Godefroy's fine. Tao's fine. And there's a little bit of another bunch up at the back of the GT1s. And that looks like cars trying to go through. Reitmiller cannot go through. Bartle does go through. Dawes goes through. Out the GT2's going. I think they're just coming. Yeah, but no! Bachoa! There's chaos! Bachoa's in the wall! Garcia's in the wall! Blankenship's in the wall! Oh, Blankenship with heavy damage! I think he overcooked. Now, did he overcook it? No, it was Bachoa. Bachoa had an early start. Cold break. The bouncing just went straight for it. Blankenship also went in.
No! Oh, dear. Yeah, unfortunately, cold tires and cold brakes, and it sent the boys in a very unfortunate tizzy, so they'll have to get back at it once again. As you see, most of the boys come around. They're about to finish lap 1 of a prospective 22 laps, and it's already started to sort of spread out, which is what we want to see. It's very tight around a track like this, so you're definitely not going to be able to get, you know, a
A run.
A run. Oh no, Rasnahor has lost his wing mirrors. Oh, he's lost his right wing mirror.
It's going to be wing mirror check. It's going to be wing mirror check today. By the way, just an interesting thing. One of the toughest parts of this track is that turn 3, which we saw, but also the run up to it. Turn 2's got a little bit of a bump over the hill. And I always make a joke with people from Detroit, and I think people from Michigan would agree with me, that Belle Isle probably is the flattest road in the whole of Michigan due to potholes and stuff. And it's a joke, but people may agree with me, and these are very, even without the pothole, just those little ridges, like I said, coming out of turn 2, it's just so tough for these drivers. But it's a very fine procession at the moment. There are corners you can make overtakes around here. Into turn 7 you can go for a move, and around that little complex definitely make a move into turn 3, but the first 2 corners you've got to be careful with just how quickly they come. And at the moment I think everyone's just waiting for their moments.
Look how bumpy even this is. Like, the road surface is not even, not because of potholes, because the road itself is quite bumpy. I mean, you can see it here. We're on board with Delatrans. You can just see how, like, it's a bit like when you're going into the countryside and you're like on a little hill or something, and it's just like, it's almost like little rumble strips. Oh no, Damien DeVoe, he's in the wall. Let's have a look at what happened to him. On board with Damien DeVoe. Oh, and he's got damage from somewhere. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, he just lost it there. There's Dustin Dawes, he lost it there. Just on the replay here, they're just having a...
Oh, we saw it now. Oh, and he struck the wall quite hard, but he was damage free. Oh, there was another car that struck the wall as well. I think that was Michael Geringer. And oh yeah, here we go. That's a tire. Oh, and he just got struck out by the concrete wall, and that's, as Flex Tape would say, that's a lot of damage.
Well, Rob, let's be brutally honest. Dustin's going to love me saying this. That's what you get for driving a Nissan Calsonic livery on a Corvette.
Wait, that's the livery he was running?
That was the livery he's driving. Dustin Dawes is a good man of the community. He makes some funny liveries. In fact, one of the liveries he made a pace car. He made a pace car livery for the Xfinity cars in an oval.
We've lost Dewey Delatraz. He's made a mistake somewhere, and he's gone down the pecking order. He's going to be all down to 8th. And as you can see in the Raidillon TV, the VEC car.
Oh my word! He made an issue. Oh, did he lose it? And I think he did. Yeah, turn 3. He locked up in turn 3. Went way too hard into turn 3, and then was just in a battle 3 wide there at one moment with like Civic and Provost. And just had a little bit of touch at the back there as he has to battle them. He does get around them, but locks up into turn 3, is now on at the charge back up the field, and that's not going to be an easy charge for him. Currently P8, and like we said, it's not going to be an easy track to make overtakes. There is a little bit of damage at the back of that car, but it's not going to affect anything. Well, it's not going to affect his steering or his aerodynamic, I would not think.
Jonathan Razinahora, by the way, look at his car. It is... Oh dear, it's suffering the damages of Belle Isle, and now we do have to say that Belle Isle's, as far as the track is, I'd say this is one of the most unforgiving. Like, as a mistake, a centimeter too wide, there is a nice concrete wall ready to meet your acquaintance, and it's when we say, remember when we say pain train, you know, the pain train for like normal vehicles when they're following one another. That's not a pain train. Oh, and he struck the wall again. No, sorry, that was good for striking the wall now and getting some paint off. But if you strike the wall and it ejects you, pain and suffering. That's quite literally all that you can expect from that, because
and Sotal's just hit the wall behind him. With not having a good run out of 2, and it was out of 1 and 2. You can see that little bump costing him. He's now got no wing mirrors.
It's very aerodynamic to not have wing mirrors, but I think that's
this is one of the things I like about the new damage mode, is the wing mirrors.
It looks like, do you know what it looks like? It looks like if you imagine a dog and it just didn't have any ears, like there was just nothing there. Imagine that.
If you're a VR driver right now and you don't use virtual mirrors and you've lost your wing mirrors, you're gonna have a bad time. And Satao, I think a lot of it, he got caught in dirty air when he was following Godefroy. He was really up to the back of Godefroy there at one stage. But I think that dirty air might have just cost him. So that's what's happening there. Now you're going to ask, hey, okay, what about the GT2s? Well, unfortunately, with 4 GT2s, Ochoa's already went in the pits. He decided to finish the race. The others, they're so spread out. There is pretty much nothing going on with the GT2s. And something happened to Delatraz. I'm not entirely sure. No, he made the move over Devol. Made the move over Devol. And is now up into 7th. And going to be catching the back of that Razanohora Godefroy Satao train. And he can see them going into turn 1 right now.
And we're on board with Louis Delatraz. He makes his way around. Just to demonstrate to you how... Ooh, it is quite close. Well, I guarantee you, you're not going to see it this close. Watch as he comes into turn 2. And then into 3. Oh, there's the wall ready to greet him. I mean,
turn
look.
3 there, yeah.
Yeah,
look how much. Look how much you have to slow down.
Look how close he is to the wall, though. Like, every time he has to make a turn, the wall is right there. The wall's right there. And it never goes away. It's like... Do you know what it's like? It's like you're on a karting track, but you've got, like, the biggest... like a little, nimble little racer. Like a little prototype car. And you're in a go-kart track.
I was gonna say, don't tell me it's like Formula E, because there's Mortara, a Formula E driver.
I was thinking that.
In the front. Yeah, in the front. And what's happened to P4 and P3 in the forwards? Are they having a little bit of a they're in a little bit of a battle. Glockner has overtaken Blankenship. Not sure what's happened there. As the lead GT1s are coming around, this is going to be dangerous. But can Mortara get by yet? But no. Oh, hang on. Valente just gets held up there from Glockner. But this is probably Mortara's wheelhouse. Just being able to understand how close you can get to the wall, how close you have to be, and Glockner, will he let him by? He will. And look at it, they have to break at the 400 mark in these cars. And I think if you're in a Porsche Cup car, you're even looking at like a 500 mark. You could be braking earlier. Never are stock cars. If you ever race stock cars around here, you should be handed in your racing license, I think. But Mortara's really enjoying this. I think a lot of it just due to the fact that he's used to so many tight corners and understanding what you can get out of a car when it comes to street racing.
I mean, he would be used to more... Well, actually, no. He'd actually be used to less downforce, because the Formula E cars, they're designed for mechanical grip more than it. Well, I mean, when you have, like, the rubbish tire, like, they're intentionally rubbish.
They're road-going tires, okay? They're road-going tires for a reason.
They've got the same amount of grip as I do on ice. That's saying something. But like it's so difficult, like around these neck of the woods, because with a GT1 like this, you've actually got a good amount of grip, so you can actually thrash it around. But if you push it too hard, it's not like we're on Spa, or where we were last, which was Silverstone 2008 for the broadcast. You don't have a runoff. You literally have, I'm going to say this, negative runoff. You literally have to thread the needle so tight, so finely. You make one mistake, you're gone.
Mortara having almost a slide there through turn 4. Now into... He touched at the back of the wall. He's lost the wing mirror, and he's sliding through turn 6, but he keeps it going. There's a lot of time.
Razanohora striking the wall again. He's having issues, and that is Tobias Solto. Oh, crikey, that's Tobias Solto, and that is Louis Delatraz coming together.
Ooh,
Let's have a look at this.
There's overlap. I gotta say, there is overlap there, and I think he might have just turned in. There would have been a core of car left for Satao. Yeah, definitely overlapping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Delatraz was not in the right in a good line for the apex, but Satao did turn in. And yeah, there is an overlap there.
Yeah, Delatraz had the right of way. He had the inside line, and he choreographed it very clearly. Unfortunately, it does come down to that. And again, you could just hear the scrapes. And look at Razanohora's car. He's having such look at the amount of damage that's on that car. He's falling backwards at a rate of knots. If this is boating, there'd be a mayday call.
Well, we've got the boat, we've got the coast right next to us right here, but don't think we need to call anything yet in Belle Isle. Is he going to hit another as he goes through turn 2? He isn't. Now, the issue is there's a lot of like technical corners here, so you would think, do you need top speed? But then you come here to the run down to turn 3. Then you come out of turn 5 in that straight, and as we were seeing, turn 14 practically not a corner. You come out of 13, you go flat out. 14, you go flat out. So there is a few, and he touches the wall again. I think everyone's touching the wall, but that car's seen a lot. He touches another wall. If you had a drinking game right now, you'd be drunk. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying Raidillon Horror, just generally. If you had a drinking game tonight, yeah, save your drinking game for the Super Bowl.
When is the Super Bowl?
Tonight.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. What do you think I made a Super Bowl reference?
Well, you see, I'm not an American, so I know you're like Richard Hammond, who is a secret American, but we won't comment on that.
Wow! Why does everyone say that to me? So offended, but it's so true.
But when does it start?
I want to say like 11 o'clock our time. Delatraz getting held. Raidillon Horror getting held up there by your enter. It's slow. Oh, and that looks like Delatraz might want to make a move down into turn 1. He's letting him know down into turn 1. Takes it. Raidillon Horror just knows he cannot fight that. He just yields. And Delatraz up now to P5 with that. And oof, every time they come over that turn 2, I'm always worried. Even when I drive it, I'm just worried about going over that little bump.
Like
They're going to do 21 laps now, by the looks of it.
Yeah, the ticker has gone down to 21 prospective laps. Look at Max Prevost's car, and you can just see the amount of times that the right wall has greeted him and has said hello. Well, quite a lot, because there's a lot of damage to his front right and a good amount of damage to his rear right. It will be affecting him as they strike the wall again. A lot of people striking the wall coming out of the turn 4, I would say. Striking the wall that it is...
Turn 5, yes. No, you're right. No, turn 4 into turn 5. Sorry.
Yeah. And you can just see, and it's just like, it's almost as if like, you know, if this was rallying, it'd be like, and square left tightens, into caution, 4 left tightens, barrier outside, and just keep striking it.
Just caution everywhere.
I mean, that is the name of the game, but I mean, at the same time, you do have to go fast. So it's essentially, do you want to go home with a car and maybe end up in 6th? Or do you want to take a risk and maybe end up in 9th or last? But you could also have the opportunity of coming like a really high position.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mortara's had some issues because the right side of that VEC car is no longer clean and it's missing something. It must be a wing mirror. I think he's had a brush with the walls. He comes down into turn 4. Down into turn 6. Sorry, that was 5.
Oh, and he struck the wall again.
down,
We're on board with him, and you can just hear the scraping of the wall halfway through the race now, ladies and gents. And as we can see, this is the current pecking order for GT1s on your left-hand side of the screen. Valantages is in first position, the car number 1, and the car number 2, Eduardo Mortara, in second position, doing very well for himself. Just needs to keep it out of the wall and put back-to-back good laps, and then he'd be right back on the back of Valantages. Matthew Herman in the car number 6 in third position, Godefroy in the car number 9 in fourth. Delatraz is now up to 5th, and he's chasing down Alexandre Godefroy. Will he be able to catch Herman before the end of the race? The gap is now 3 seconds between them. He won't be able to catch Eduardo Mortara. That chance has gone. So now it's all about getting back into third position and seeing what he can do. But I think he's enjoying this little battle that he's got going on with his team, his fellow teammates. He's an honorary member, by the way. I think he is, for memory serves, he is an honorary member of the VEC gang.
Yeah.
And as is Mortara, by the way. Shout out to the boys in the VEC gang. Bienvenue, bonsoir. How you guys doing? Ooh, wide.
Oh yeah, it's just crazy how much you have to, like, you've got to get that perfect. You almost have to just stop, because either you go over the curb and send yourself a little bit off track, or you try and turn in and you hit the wall. It's such a horrible thing. Thomas Blankenship, by the way, has retired the car after what happened. I think he had another issue there. Yeah, he's in at the pit. Not see what happened to him, but I think he just decided after that lap 1 incident, I think it was best for him. But Paul Blankenship is, yeah, he has retired the car. I think he just came in himself. He did, yeah, himself. Heavy damage there for Blankenship. That was P2 in the Fords. Now the gap between Valentinus and Mortara, it's closed. By only like 0.3 of a second at the moment. Valentinus now 1.8 seconds in the lead. As Delatraz is now on the slipstream of Alexander Godefroy.
Oh, crikey, that was Valentinus having to do a very big evasive action. There was a lapped Corvette. Trying to go side by side with him, and that has brought Eduardo Mortara right back into the fold, so he's gotten another chance, don't you know? And this is the chance that he's gotten. It is currently 0.8 of a second ahead of him, and that is the Garfield. I think that's the Garfield car.
It is the Garfield car.
Why is it the Garfield car? Of all the things to see in this race around Belle Isle.
So it's good. I don't know. He just loves it, doesn't it? End of story. He just loves that livery. He's been racing it for a while. He is. You know what? He's trying to pull away from Mortara. He's really got some pace in that Corvette, which is great because I know a lot of people were saying let's stack the broadcast split because we need more Corvettes. Well, we've had quite a few Corvettes. You know, Sotal's still there in P7. You've got Justin Hayes in 10th, and Valentinus leading the way. It's just a matter of can he pull away from Mortara. Mortara might have a little bit of aero damage after touching so many walls. Well, touching the wall.
And you can just see, sorry, just on board with Valentinus. Look how close he was to them two walls. And here we go again. Look how much he has to hug this wall. Ooh. And going by into turn 2. Oh, just it's crazy. It's crazy how close you have to get. And we're still on board with him. Just seeing.
Oh, Louis Delatraz just overtaking Godefroy. Sorry for interrupting. It looks like, yeah, Delatraz had a great run out of turn 13 and just was able to get side by side into 14. And then when they came to the start line, Godefroy had to yield and Delatraz had the inside. But Delatraz moved up to 4th and he's on the slipstream of Herman. So he might be able to get his podium back. He might be able to get P3 back after having that moment at the start of the race.
And that's the replay of him making the move. And up next is Matthew Herman. Herman is part of the team, but again,
he's getting held up though. Look at him. He's getting held up by Robert Murphy. Not on purpose, of course. We're not saying he's holding him up on purpose. Oh, that's a close one.
He's got nowhere to go. It's Belle Isle. It's literally Belle Isle.
Robert Murphy. Let's just go over this. Robert Murphy's driving a Subaru livery on a Ford.
Oh no! Do I want to see this? Oh no!
Why? Just why?
Why is the? Why does this exist? Why does this exist?
I mean, we've got Blogno in a Castrol livery. We've got Dustin Dawes in a Calsonic livery. We've got Murphy in a. Why?
Hang on a minute. Let's have a look at this. Oh, Garcia's not in a livery. Oh. All right, let's have a look at. Oh my good gracious! What is that? Oh no, that's a Castro. Oh no. So, is it just the GT2s were just like, we need to be off some entertainment for these guys? How about we do meme liveries today?
How about we have a lap GT1 hold up the battle for P3, 4, and 5 as Herman, Delatraz, and Godefroy had to go around Maine. Not that Maine could do anything and all do fairness.
That is Herman striking the wall very, very hard, coming into 6.
He slid. He slid. This might be too far away for Delatraz to make a move. 8 minutes 50 remaining. It's 2. Can he? Actually, I don't know. Slipstream is there. Herman goes at little hesitation there. That little hesitation just held up there, and Herman able to keep that position. Godefroy is unable to catch up with them, and also just keeping his distance. Because if these two wreck, he's going to get caught in that wreck. Herman is going to continue holding this lead through the Continental Zone. In now back to Sunset Drive, and they'll be coming up to turn 13. The gap is 0.3 of a second. With a good corner here for Delatraz in turn 13. He might get a run like he did on Godefroy. Comes around 13 now. Does he get it? He does, you know. A little bit of slide there from Herman. Is he going to get the slipstream down into turn 1? It could be interesting. They are about to start lap 16, these guys. Delatraz cannot make it. Now, if it was any other track, you could say you could go for a little bit of a send there. There is no send. Just keeping it careful, going up 2. And now he goes up to turn 3. Rob, if he makes a move here, I'm buying you a drink. Sorry, you're not getting a drink.
I'm not getting my drink. I'm just watching. I'm just watching this. I'm watching this. The battle for 3rd position, because Matthew, you know, if he continues to hit, he actually struck it quite. This is.
The car said no. Car said no. Did you see that? The car said no. He turned right, and the car wanted to go left, and they came around turn 6. Delatraz might have the moment here. Herman's going to be going to the inside to defend, but he's got nowhere to defend.
Yeah, he touched the brakes. Yeah, he touched the brakes. Yeah. I think he understood that he is sliding around, and he's got nowhere to. It's not that he's not got nowhere to go. It's just that he can't really keep the car straight and level when somebody like Delatraz is right behind him, pushing him. He needs his clean space, and now he can at least say to Godefroy, all right, chap, you want to go? Let's do battle for 4th position. Come on. I know you want this 4th position. Let's do it.
It's hockey season. Gloves are down, Rob. Gloves are down. They're ready to fight.
Exactly.
Just a hockey. I mean, Detroit is the home of the Red Wings, and I hate them, but you know, that's another story.
Where did Charles start? He started last. He's 16th.
7 positions made up. Hello. That is Will Messick just having a little bit of a spin there. The car shouldn't be pointing.
All right, I'm knocking on wood this time. Lofton, if you mess up, that's your mistake. As he comes around to the technical section. Well, actually, I think 90% of the track is a technical section with just a few straights. But he's actually got a nice, quite clean car, so he could make up another position. He is eyeing.
How many more times do I have to knock on wood here, Rob? How many times do I have to knock on wood?
A lot. We'll knock on it together.
There you go.
There we go. I've knocked on it fiercely, very, very fiercely. Enough to make the superstitions go away. And you can just see how shaky he has to be around here, because he sees the car ahead of him and he sees that it's quite damaged, but he wants to keep that car nice and clean just to make sure that he doesn't actually. The thing about it is, he could have hit a wall at like a 90-degree angle and it'd be fine, but he could tap it and the suspension could be just ripped out of underneath him. It can't happen. It's new damage model.
Can't happen. And the guy just had a spin in front of him and Lofton. What a save!
Lofton
almost went around with him. Wow!
Power drifting.
Lofton saves it.
Power drifting.
Turn 4. Wow!
Power drifting Tokyo style. He makes up a position. It's probably the most energetic position made up I've ever seen in my life. As they both go around, he just Tokyo drift. He Tokyo drifted a bit less, and he was able to keep it going. Well done to Lofton. Well done.
That's a good. And now Jacqueline's in a battle for 16th against Gentleholm. Right behind. You got a little bit of damage to the back of that car as well, so that will not be helping him. Gentleholm might be able to make a move when it comes to the straight. That lead battle, by the way, now it's still 1.5 seconds. Valantagius is able to get away from Tara. But Valantagius actually had a little bit of damage. He's not got a wing mirror. That Garfield car has seen the wall.
Garfield, of course, you know, he's not used to driving cars, but, you know, I'm
pretty sure Garfield had like an eye that was just a little bit closed on the drawings. Am I right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's his usual pose. Very so done with everything and anything kind of eyes. You know, it's just like, guess it's happened again today. Like the expectation that everything and anything will go wrong. And the expectation. Oh, Genie Mac. That is a Pirelli car.
Arenta. That was Arenta just locking up there. So, no idea what's happened there. We've got 3.5 minutes left in the race. Nothing big happening at the moment. Godefroy is still battling.
Fourth.
Yeah, that battle for 4th is our key battle still. Herman holding off Godefroy. And you can see how Herman since he let Delatrans go, Delatrans has put 2 seconds on it. That's impressive. But they're all practically driving the same, aren't they? Look, 126 ones to 126 threes and 126 eights.
It's all about just keeping focus, I think. Mainly not A, don't hit the wall, B, don't hit the wall, and C, don't hit the wall. Just whatever you do, attempt to not hit the wall. Herman, I gave the 3-step program. Oh, he's sliding as well. Those tires probably are cooked by the looks of it, but I mean, oh, that is actually oh no!
No, he's in the wall again. That's heavy damage. Heavy damage.
It looks like he might have suspension damage to the rear left because I saw his wheel. He actually might do, you know. That engine doesn't sound good.
Well, the engine don't sound good, but how's that steering? Let's see when he comes around turn. He's going to hit the wall. He's not too careful. You know what? That steering, there is a little bit of angle to that steering wheel. He does have a little bit of suspension damage.
I do think he has suspension damage. That did look pretty bad from my perspective. And looking at the amount of bodywork that's been damaged, I can safely say it's a rear left. Rear left is damaged, especially given the fact that he hit that one pretty hard. Now let's go ahead and have a look at how much he actually hit that wall. So this is the second to last corner that they're coming up to right now, and you can just see as he hits the curb on the outside, and he struck that thing quite hard. And on the replay, you can just see there his wheel completely stuck. It pops back into place, but that is definitely suspension damage.
He hit that son of a gun hard, and that's unfortunately what's happened to him. So Herman unable to battle him. He'll have Razanahora on the, I want to say the last lap, because, yeah, this is the last lap now. Barney's thrown that white flag for Valantages. He's got a 2-second lead over Matara. I think Matara just got held up a little bit by traffic. Such a tricky track, full stop. So, by the way, since Delatrans had that spin, he is 17 seconds behind Valantages and 16 seconds, or almost 15 seconds, behind behind Moltara, sorry. So that just shows a lot. It's Godefroy had a moment. Godefroy's had a moment. What's happened to Godefroy?
Let's have a look. He had the moments coming across the start finish.
Is he out of fuel? He's out of fuel.
No.
Godefroy out of fuel. Late drama.
No, he's lost it. He had it. Matthew Herman, and he had it, and he's out of fuel.
And you know what that is. You know what that is. That is, and this is not a knock at you, Alexandre. Nothing. It's the fact that races earlier in the week would go official with slower drivers, so you would get 20 laps, but we're getting 21 laps because coming around turn 14 right now will be just Valantages. He will cross the line and win at Detroit with Eduardo Moltara winning behind in P2. Just 2 seconds behind, but late drama there for Godefroy.
Louis Delatrans coming home in third position.
It might be a late little spare at the end though, Rob, because Sotao is half a second behind Razanahora. No, there's not going to be anything there because
Justin Hayes, he's gone. He's had a spin.
He had a spin. He's gone off. Can he hold on to P?
Oh, he's got steering. He's got steering damage. A massive. I think he's got massive steering damage.
Oh, that is massive crabbing. Yeah, Reifmüller's going to come up behind. Hayes is just going to hold on through 13 and do 14, but there's no speed. There's no speed. Reifmüller's going to snatch that top 10.
Oh, he's having to use the wall to go around. Oh, this is GT3. GT3. Oh, wow. Oh, no. He lost 9th and had to settle for 10th. And, well, let's have a procession while we go over the results. We see that the boys are back with us again. So, let's get the VEC boys with their pace car lap. And let's go to the results.
I always love seeing that. Yeah, Andreas Valantages, as we were saying, started for... Actually, the top 5 all started where they finished. The Valantages wins the race by 2 seconds over Mortara. Louis Delatraz was up there battling with them, and then had a bit of a missed the breaking point moment into turn 3 at the start of the race, but recovered to P3. Matteo Hermann did manage to nurse that damaged car back to finish in 4th, and Jonathan Razanahora finishes 5th. Tobias Sotal will be 6th, and Damien DeVoe finishes 7th. Max Provost will be 8th. Sebastian Reifmiller made up 3 places in 9th, and Justin Hayes does keep that 10th position after a chaos there. Alexander Godefroy has fuel.
What? What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Alex?
What? What? What then? What happened?
He thought it was the end of the race.
Oh no! No,
Oh.
his engine just went off. Apparently.
Oh, his engine went off. Oh, sorry, Americ. Sorry. Merci. Jarek Wikström, sorry, will be finishing in 12th. Reed Miller, 13th. Luka Leksevic will be 14th. And Charles Lofton made up 8 places from starting at the back to 15th. All those cars finished on the lead lap. Damien Gentleholm will finish 16th with Joe Yaklin 17th. Jonathan Main 18th, all a lap down. And then, like I said, we didn't really have a lot to talk about for the GT2s, but Robert Murphy did take the victory. He finished a minute ahead of Julian Garcia. Both of them there. Then Will Messick back to the GT1s, 3 laps down. Dustin Dawes, 4 laps down. Armand Gluckner will finish in 3rd for the GT2s. Then Menentry was 5 laps down. Patrick Bartle is 9 laps down. He's still there. He's still in the pits. But Dorina will be 10 laps down. Blankenship will be officially 10 laps down to the lead GT2. Butchell will be 16 laps down. And Geringer, he did take the start, and he finished 21 laps down. What a beautiful aerial photo, by the way.
It is. It is. Just look at it. So nice. We get that from Trackhound Suit too. Appreciate everything that they do, and appreciate them allowing us to use these cameras. They're very nice indeed. But we do have to say adieu to the track, because it is the end of the race. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you wish to see more, click that subscribe button, hit like on the video. As always, appreciate it.
And hit the bell.
Yes.
I realize that if you hit the bell, you do get the updates for when we start our broadcast, where our broadcasts are like not live, but when we publish them to let you know that we're going live. Yeah, when we schedule one. So, but if you don't hit that bell, we're back tomorrow night with the RSR Super Trofeo Championship, and then Wednesday night, of course, the RSR World Series. We'll be back Friday as well for some European Sprint Series. But of course, next Sunday, it's week 2 of our double header. We're going to Long Beach, Rob. Get the cameras ready. A hairpin, I think, is the best words there. Don't you think?
I think that is the best way to put it. But until then, my name is Robert O'Brien.
And myself, my name is Craig King.
And this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.